Talking about the sports show, time to talk about the Southern Footy League. Of course, big grand final on the weekend. Flaggies up against Morfett Vale. Flaggies good enough to win, and we've been joined by the coach, Russell Veenvliet. Good to see you, Russ. Well done, mate.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah,
Thanks.
absolutely.
Daniel Butcher, six for you, mate, and 3 goals. Just a lazy day out, mate.
That was a good day.
To you.
It was a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day. The Prez, as always, great to see you, mate.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Thanks for having us.
Let's start with you, Russ. First quarter, mate, you're up by 2 goals. Then second quarter, you kind of open them up in the second quarter. What was said at the end of the first quarter?
Oh, not too much. Business as usual for us. We knew it was going to be a fight. Morfett Vale are a very contested team, very sort of hard at the football, so they were going to come out. They sort of had nothing to lose, so throw everything at us for the first quarter, and we just stick to our plan and stick to our structures, and away we go. So. Yeah.
All right, so we won't ask you about half-time then, because you gave the same spiel you just gave me then. The third quarter, it's almost when you look at it, mate, first quarter and third quarter are kind of the same.
Yep.
Second and last quarter are pretty similar. Is that what it felt like in the coach's box?
Yeah, it felt like that a little bit, obviously. I think, we're a pretty fit side, and I think Morfett Vale play on a smaller oval, very in tight and congested style of football. So on the bigger oval there at Flinders Uni Stadium, they ran out of a little bit of gas through those second and fourth quarters, I think. So half-time helps them where they come out fresh after half-time, and then they start to sort of run out of a little bit of legs, or our fitness starts to show a bit more. So,
Mate, that's 6 in a row. Now, how many players in that team would have played? Has any players played all?
Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah, there's 3 that have played all 6. So Daniel's one of them.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
Brad Kirk and David Kersley, one of our co-skippers. The 3 of them have done all 6. Yeah.
Well, that's an amazing effort, really. Given there's only a few that have done the whole 6, that, as a club, that's a great effort. I was waiting for you to say, "Oh no, we've got 13 or 14 blokes that have done this."
No,
so
not at all.
You're going to have to keep refreshing every year and win another flag. So
Yeah.
really, you've got 16 or so players in your side on the weekend that haven't done that 6 in a row. So they're
We had 4 guys who played in their first one on the weekend. So
Okay.
out of the 21, we had 4 first timers, and we had probably another 4 or 5 who just played in their second one. So definitely a lot of regeneration happening for sure.
Were you concerned at any stage about complacency? I mean, I know we talk about that a lot with sides that romp through and whatever, but were you concerned at all at any time during the week that there's boys, we've still got a job to do here?
I wouldn't be telling the truth if I said no, I wasn't concerned. There's always a little bit of concern as a coach to make sure that the guys aren't getting ahead of themselves and make sure that they're focused on the job at hand. But once the ball bounces and everything's about to happen out on the grass, we know that the boys are ready. But it's definitely that's probably a big worry for us.
Yeah.
But with those new guys in, the motivation comes to still be successful for them and give them a chance and an opportunity to celebrate a fag as well. So.
Hey Daniel, you sit down with the coach afterwards and say, look, we had 8 goal scorers on the day. I can't lead the goal scoring if other blokes are going to get in my way. Are you Gary Ablett-like, mate, or are you a team-orientated bloke?
Oh, I've just been asking him all year just to clear the boys out. give me some free air.
But he's giving you nothing?
No, nothing. So we've got some great young forwards down there. Ryan Mountford kicked a lot of goals this year, so he's been great, and he's the future. I'm getting on a fair bit now. Might have been gifted the last few of those flags, but it's about time some of these
gifted,
young fellas.
Mate. I've never heard anyone say they were gifted a flag, mate. So that's how long for you, mate? What's the goal now? 6 is a fair number, mate. So
yeah, well, I'm 36 years old now, so I'll be 37 by the time next season rolls around. So
He's got 1 left.
Yeah, I think Russ wants me to go around 1 more, but we'll see how we go. I need to clear that with the boss at home first.
Russ, what's your background? Where do you how long have you been at Flaggies?
Flaggy Junior, so played my first game there in the under 14s in 1998, so a long time ago. So
Flags?
The first of the 6 was my first ever flag, so I missed all the successful junior years at Flaggy, and so 2016 was my first ever.
Yeah, great club.
Hey, Russell, I'm interested that you're keen to get Daniel to go. Daniel's not so sure because the body starts to ache a little bit more. What makes you want him to return?
The guy's still got a lot to offer. I think he had 1 small injury through the middle of the year this year. Barring that, he probably comes second, possibly first on the goal kicking list for the year. So, he's a fantastic footballer with a lot to offer. And I one of my catchphrases to a lot of my players is never retire early. You'll never get those years back. So if you can still go. But obviously there's a lot of things that have got to be ticked off before that, especially with wives and girlfriends.
Don't they? You're a long time retired, mate. What's swirling in your head? I mean, you mentioned you've got to talk to your family about it. What else would stop you from coming back?
just harder, I suppose. That you just can't do what you used to be able to do. I mean, I'm pretty slow now, can't jump as much, and got the turning circle of an old school bus. But I think it's just the mateship and being out there is the reason to come back, and being successful. It makes it easier to come back. But it's just the bones give up eventually. So
you did say that you were surrounded by a lot of good young forwards as well. So probably the coach would probably want you there as a mentor more, as well as a goal kicker, obviously. But he'd probably want you around to teach those kids, to teach those young forwards how it's all done. Yeah,
that's true. But they got to take over by themselves at some stage. So,
mate, I'd keep going. I go for 10. Oh wait till he got rid of me. It's about time you left.
I reckon Daniel's going, I'm going to retire. They won't win it next year, and I'll say the whole 6 were on me. That's what I reckon Daniel's going.
He is a forward, so there's a massive chance of happening.
The forwards are. Hey, Russ, during the year, it pretty much looked like it was going to be you and Ranella. Ranella were doing pretty well. You in the finals, and we know things change in the finals. Was there a time where you're thinking, we're going to meet Ranella, I'm doing a little bit extra on Ranella, and then, Morphies are starting to move?
I had to change my focus after the second semi-final when we played them and beat Ranella quite convincingly. And Morphevale were looking strong on the way through. They knocked off Noarlunga in their first final, looked pretty easily that day. Took on Happy Valley the same day in the first semi-final and looked pretty strong there too. And the focus started to shift a little bit. I thought that the prelim between Ranella and Morphevale could go either way. So, Ranella were a very, very good side and still are a very good side, but injury hit, unfortunately, at the wrong time of the year for them. So.
The club had a lot of teams in the finals. The women, I think. The women won
last week.
We had them in.
Yep.
You guys have won.
Yep.
But I was going through the thing, coming down the list there was a lot of flaggies on the losing end of the. But in finals, playing finals, grand finals.
Yeah, we got a lot of teams in there, which is the goal, I guess. And then once you're there, you just never know what can happen. 15s, 17s, and B grade.
Yeah.
Potentially, we were probably that second best side in each of those grades at the time. But you sort of bank on what can happen on the day. 15s lose by a point, so that's heartbreaking for those lads and the coaches there. 17s, Ranella kick 11 goals straight to our 7-goal 9. You probably look at that, a couple of misses and a couple of hits from our way, and we could win that one. So we're right in the hunt there as well. And B grade very similar. We were close again. A lot of regeneration at the club this year with that B grade list with our depth. So some young guys in their first senior grand final there as well. So a bit of experience probably lacked there, but
good year.
We've still had a pretty solid year with, like you say, A grade women winning it, under 17 girls coming runner up. Yeah. And then obviously the 4 sides on Saturday as well.
Brilliant.
So. When you first started coaching, so 6 years ago you win the premiership and the adrenaline's rushing, it's phenomenal. Then you get to the 6th one, is it more a relief or is it still the adrenaline running, or a bit of both?
Well, that might be a question for Butch, because this is my second one at the club. I haven't been involved in all 6, obviously, so maybe for Butch.
Well, it's what drives you drives me to keep playing as well. So it's ultimately that's why we play football, is for that last game. In September.
Did you celebrate harder on your first one or harder on the 6th one? Right?
Much harder on the first one. I think as each year's gone on, it's taken me an extra day to recover. So it takes me about a week now.
Oh, that's why you can't go on. You might not be able to celebrate next year, mate.
You've been getting very good at it, though. That's the thing. We get a lot of practice.
That's right. Yeah, you can't beat experience.
Very good at it. That's right. And I bet you the club did too as well. I bet the club had a big night. I used to live around the corner from.
Yeah, the club celebrated pretty hard, and as you say, all in all, a couple of flags we've taken home this year, but still a successful year in how we went across the board.
Yeah.
So
I mean, for the Southern Footy League, it was a relief to get through another COVID year for you guys. How did you see it all finish up, mate? Great grand final. Terrific finish to the whole year.
Oh, look, I think looking back over the whole season, yes, we lost a couple of games, but credit to all of our member clubs. They've been fantastic all through the COVID process and whatever. We can't praise them enough for the work that they do, the volunteers and whatever at the clubs. From a league perspective, to get the grand final done and dusted, big relief.
Good year, mate.
We were able to get through the gate probably about 4,000 people. During the day, from juniors all the way through to seniors. At the start of the A-grade game, I think there was about nearly just over 2,200 people inside the ground watching the A-grades. And so, we're really pleased the way it's panned out.
Good on you, mate.
When's it start again? Ross, how long?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, mate. Yeah. Sometimes you get a knock on the door, mate. Normally when you've had success a couple of times, people start knocking on your door, mate. Have you had the phone ring a couple of inquiries? Or?
No, the phone's off at the moment. We'll take some time to catch our breath and have a little breather, but we'll
Give
get
him
back
a
into
break,
it pretty
mate.
quickly.
Yeah.
Give him a break. No pre-season. Give him a bit of a break.
Oh, I'm not sure he's done a pre-season for the last 5, to be honest. That's the secret.
Yeah, that
I
is
think.
called experience. He's smart enough not to go, I'll do the pre-season and then retire.
That's
so I
right.
don't know why anyway. Hey, seriously, boys, congratulations. It's been a great year for Flaggies. You've been the trendsetter the last couple of years and certainly to dominate 6 in a row. Great result for the club and great for the Southern Footy League. Appreciate you coming in, boys.
Appreciate it.
Time for us to get to the sponsors. Back in a moment.